What's up YouTube? Today's video is inspired by a Facebook page, and the page is titled "The Name of My College Space Confessions." Basically, it's a page where you can go to the About section, hit the link, and then you can submit an anonymous paragraph or page of text on anything related to confessions at your school. And then this text gets posted on the public page for all the fans who like the page to read. And so I've read a little bit on this page, and it seems to cover a whole area of stuff on the school, from the crappy stuff at the school, the crappy facilities, to hookups, to dating, to meeting friends, to everything. And so this video is inspired by one post on the page, and it is a post that probably will help you whether you're a guy or girl by just reading it. Now, you kind of need this video to understand why, but I'm going to put some pictures at the end of this video that are the text. It's so long I'm not going to read them out to you. But basically, long story short, this girl is talking about how she somehow is constantly harassed and approached by guys that she deems nerds or geeks. And she says there's nothing wrong with the term, it's just that their personalities suck and they come across creepy, scary, disgusting, and just frightening to her. And they somehow find some way to approach her and talk to her, and they for some reason follow her around. I don't know exactly the details on that because she didn't say it, but I'm assuming these guys like approach her and then follow her around while she's going to her next class, and then keep following her until she enters her next class. And basically, she doesn't want to be mean, and she's pretty much asking anonymously, how can I let these guys down easy without breaking their feelings or hurting their feelings? And the problem is that no matter what she does, no matter what her subtle hints are, these guys don't take the hint, and they're just being very disgusting, and they have horrible personalities, and they just keep talking to her, and she, being the nice girl she is, doesn't know what to do. And so read this. I'm going to post a picture at the end, and then read the entire comment at the end of this video on one of the replies, which I think is great advice. And so I'm just going to give you a quick paraphrase before telling you how this can help you. One of the replies pretty much says that sometimes you have to pretty much give it to them hard. By just being direct and honest, you will be in the long run helping them by teaching them a life lesson of pretty much accepting rejection. And she goes on and on about how it's very important, and in the long run you are helping yourself out, and you are doing her a favor in the long run by doing this. And I might have added a little bit of my own advice in that, because this is in my memory, so I think I added a little bit on my own. But that's the general gist of it, and I have to agree, okay? And the thing is, a lot of guys, including myself, when I first started this, I believe I was at that point. I was that creepy guy who was not aesthetically pleasing. I was horribly dressed, physically unattractive, out of shape. My personality was whack. There was none. And I was super shy, super nervous, and super scared. But I had a good heart, and I just wanted to be nice. I wasn't trying to come across creepy. And so when it seemed like the girls were trying to reject me, like I'm not stupid, okay? I saw it, and I mean, I feel like that's like a lot of guys. you're not stupid either. Maybe some of you guys are. Maybe some of you guys can't take a hint. You're just oblivious to the fact that this girl is trying to let you down easy. But I mean, for the most part, I figured it out. And for me, I did the most natural reaction, which was saying, "Oh man, why good girls always go for the bad boys? I'm such a nice guy. How come they're so mean to me? It's unfair." And this is a horrible mentality looking back, because it's not true. They did their utmost to be nice to you, and looking back, there's so much things that was wrong, and I couldn't. I mean, I couldn't say that she did anything wrong. She was as nice as possible to me, and she just didn't feel it. I mean, when you're like breaking all these rules and being like 0 out of 10 in every category, it's like, I mean, it's pretty obvious you're going to get rejected. I mean, what can you do? But at the same time, I do relate to my self from 2 to 3 years ago, and I can relate. I mean, I wasn't horrible. I was still a human being. I wasn't like physically deformed in my face or anything, and I guess it was just me approaching girls that were in some ways higher standards. But at the same time, I mean, screw those girls. There are no leagues. That's why I avoided the phrase "out of my league," because there are no leagues. And I mean, a lot of girls in college are superficial, and I mean, there's nothing wrong with you. And sometimes, sure, it's great to improve in a lot of areas, and especially when you're freaking disgusting and horrid and you have bad breath and all this stuff. I mean, come on. You need to have standards for yourself, and I wouldn't blame any girl that rejected my former self, and you shouldn't blame any girl that rejects you if you are just as disgusting. But back in the day, at my present point, I mean, I could definitely see myself being in that sort of, "Oh, I'm so disgusted by this. How can this girl do this to me? Oh, girls only like douchebags. It's not my fault." And have that sort of reaction. And that's not the reaction you want. Now, finally, for you girl subscribers and girl viewers out there, I want to impart advice to you now. So thank you for waiting this long. For you girls, you are watching this video because you want to know how to let a girl or guy down easily. And maybe you're in the same situation as this poster. You just don't know how to let a guy down, and you can't help it. I mean, you're good looking. You're not trying to attract any people. You're just going to class, and you just keep constantly being harassed. And you can't help it. It's just because you're just naturally born with this, and it can be cursed. But come on. First off, don't lament on it like it's the worst thing in the world. There's so many things worse than that. I mean, it's hardly a curse. I mean, sure, you get harassed a lot, but hey, it's better than being a loner and not being harassed at all. So, I mean, embrace it. Be thankful for it. But at the same time, here's my advice, and it's very similar to the reply the girl said. Just do it. Just reject them, and reject them. Okay, you have to sometimes do that. And there's this one thing where it happened to me as well, and the advice I was given was probably the best, which was, you are probably doing yourself a favor if you are honest, and more importantly, you are doing them a favor by being honest and just saying that you're not interested, and that way you're not leading them on and providing even worse results in the future. And that's the best thing to do, and that's what I would do. Just be honest, be mean, and say it. And okay, if you don't have the guts to do that, if you're not man enough to do that sort of thing, or you just don't want to hurt their feelings, let's just be clear. a lot of these people are nice guys, and you can relate to that. It's just, I mean, they're just atrociously disgusting in other ways. I would say do what most girls in my experience do. And I guess this is just something that girls naturally learn. And what they do is they don't have the heart to just reject you outright. So they will they'll say, oh yeah, yeah, that's very, very nice, blah, 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 blah. And if the guy asks for the Facebook or a phone number or something like that, they will say, yeah, 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 sure. And they will either give them a fake one or say, I'll take down your number. Or they'll just say, I don't have a Facebook. Or I don't have a phone, I'm sorry. And if they did give the phone number, they will now respond via text or call. And that's just how they do it. And I don't know if it's the best method, but it kind of works. I mean, a lot of guys just they're not courageous enough. So the moment you say, I don't have a Facebook, they'll be like, oh, sorry, and then they'll leave. And yeah, that's how you do it. And I don't know if it's the best method. I would personally prefer, as a guy, for the girl to be just straight out honest. Believe me, for me at least, I'm man enough to not have my feelings hurt that bad anymore after experiencing rejection. But I mean, I don't know, a lot of guys might burst out in tears like I once did. I'm just kidding. I've never bursted out in tears after rejection, though I've gotten pretty down. So yeah, this might be a good method for you. And what if you say, he's not asking for the number or any form of contact. He just likes pestering me. He likes waiting outside my classroom for whatever reason and then talking to me whenever he sees me. And he thinks I like it, but I don't, and it's very annoying. Well, here's what I would do. I would avoid hurting this person's feelings, and it's hard. I mean, it annoys me, and it's happened to me before. And I mean, the girl, she was just, no offense to her, but she was just horribly disgusting in many ways. And bless her heart, but I just couldn't. I couldn't break her feelings or hurt her feelings. So find different ways of exiting your classroom. I'm sure there's multiple doors if it's a lecture class in college, or you can pretend to stay after and talk to the teacher, and then he's gonna wait there for like 30 minutes and say, oh, he's not here. And if he seriously waits for 30 minutes, which some chode guys actually do, I mean, I've done it before, okay, so shame on me for doing such loser stuff. But if he does do that, then when you come out, don't be a dick and just like walk super quick and then like try and brush him off. Because if he's really in some sort of delusional state where he thinks you like him too, then he's gonna go and approach you and stuff and not even notice. I would just walk out at my normal pace and pretend not to notice him if like he's sitting there. And then if he sees you and approaches you, then you just, in a normal way, look at him and say, oh, hey, how's it going? And then he'll talk, say one sentence, and then you say, I have to go, I'm sorry, I'm in a huge rush. And then just walk very fast. I don't know. That's working for me, but it's tough. The point is, people aren't as stupid as you think, and a lot of them will get the message a lot quicker than you think. And if they still don't, I mean, you will naturally tend to evade talking to this person and stuff, and they will naturally get it. I mean, that's just how life works. The transition period can be very, very daunting and long at times, but it is what it is. And if you want to cut it shorter, then you can do it. Just man up and tell her, I'm not interested. It's very simple. It's just rude, and personally, I don't really think it's rude. So get that out of your mind. You're not hurting anyone's feelings. Now back to the guys, okay? The guy subscribers watching. Thank you for waiting 15 minutes to listen to more advice for you guys. Girls, stay here if you want. This might help you as well. So you're the guy, right? You're the nice guy. You're the guy who might just not realize that you are maybe very, very unhygienic. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. There were times when I did not shower for a long time, a few weeks, and yeah, it's something that I was like, it's fine. I mean, they're not gonna notice. And then I walk in smelling like crap, and yeah, you might be that guy. You might be that guy who is just disgusting on a lot of hygienic or other levels. And I mean, you're a good guy, but you have to have at least minimal standards, and you have not reached those standards. And so you're approaching this girl, and you think you're a good guy, and you're approaching her, and you think you have a chance with this girl who's beautiful. And the thing is, good for you for thinking that there's no leagues and you have a chance. Good for you for doing that. I would just say, work on yourself, okay? Meet at least those minimal requirements. Shower often. Brush your teeth. Look at your clothing. Make sure you're not wearing rags. And, I don't know, put on some cologne and stuff. And I would just say, make sure you're not being led on. Make sure this girl is not trying to be very nice, and make sure she's not just trying to reject you in a very nice way. If she is, then you have to back off. I mean, you have to realize she's having a very hard time dealing with you, and she's trying to be very nice in a very respectable way and reject you. And I know it's tough. I know you might cry at night when this happens and feel very depressed, and then just go to your room and play video games like League of Legends all day. And okay, I got into a stupid trance there, but don't do that, okay? You want to break away from this depression. Realize it's not the end of the world, and just realize that there's billions of girls out there. And I've done the math. You will not physically be able to talk to even half of all the girls living in this world from the moment you're born to the moment you die. You do not have enough time to talk to the billions of girls in this world. So give up on this one girl and realize that you have billions of other chances out there, and get out there, improve yourself, and try. You might have a very, very high rejection rate, but I mean, you can fix it real quick with a few changes to yourself. I mean, brush your teeth. Throw some fresh mints in your mouth. Brush your hair. Comb your hair. Get a haircut. Simple things that will improve yourself and improve girls' reactions to you. And if you want big improvements, I would suggest working on your confidence. One surefire way to do that is to work out and exercise and see results in your body. Now, this is not a short-term goal. This will be long-term. So exercising and working out to achieve these results, and thus gaining confidence, which will help you with girls, is a long-term goal that requires dedication. So if you really want this, you need dedication. Otherwise, a lot of times you are fine just the way you are. And I would just work on setting those minimal standards and not creeping out the girl. And the most natural sort of reaction a lot of these people who are down in the dumps will have is this sort of angry reaction, like, what a bitchy girl, what a horrid girl to reject me. How arrogant does she think she is? She thinks she's better than me. Blah 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 blah. No, and then like the most common thing is like, it's so true that nice guys never get girls. Why? Here's another instance of how a douchebag gets the girls and a nice guy doesn't. Well, go back to my videos on nice guys and douchebags, and you will see that this is not a right reaction, because I mean, it's not about douchebag and nice guys. Believe it or not, in the real world, there are a lot of douchebags, sure, but also a lot of nice guys who get high quality girls. A lot of nice guys who get high quality girls. And so, it's not about nice or douchebaggery. It's really just down to other things. Hygiene, personality is a big one. Okay? If you get nothing else out from this video, personality, make sure you don't have some creepy, dark, strange personality that's very weird. If you do, work on it. And again, that's a long time goal that will require dedication and practice to slowly improve over time. But it's well worth it. And if you get nothing else out from this video, the most important thing is not hygiene or looks. It is personality. Make sure you are not creepy and dark and disgusting. And work on that. And I will see you guys later. For you girl subscribers and guy subscribers and girl and guy viewers, if you can, leave me advice in the comments below, just on anything that you think I've missed, or any unique bit that you think that can help me out, because I need some help as well. I need some help. I need some advice. So leave it in comments. Make sure it's not generic advice. I've read and heard all the generic dating or meeting people advice, and if you want to go real specific, answer this question: what can a guy do for just meeting people and meeting high quality girls in a college setting or in a post-college setting after you've graduated and you don't have that network anymore? Leave it in the comments below, and as always, like, favorite, and if you're not subscribed, subscribe for more videos. It's free. Just hit the button below. Peace.